What's going on? I came across a video from Rob Parker and the Odd Couple, and it looks like Kelvin Washington isn't there tonight. The title caught my attention because it says Rob Parker is LeBron James is distracted by ongoing beef with Stephen A. Smith. It says is LeBron James is distracted, but it's LeBron James is distracted by ongoing beef with Stephen A. Smith. And I feel like LeBron James is distracted. Like since he's come back, since he's come back from the injury that he faked against the Celtics, and I believe against the Knicks, that's when his confrontation happened. So that was the game before they played the Celtics. And ever since then, LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith have had a beef. Now, LeBron James hasn't really played since that's happened. He scored 50,000 points and just wanted to take a rest, I guess, just like he did when he scored 30,000 points. He just didn't play the next couple of games. So LeBron James has come back against the Bulls this past Saturday, and it's been almost a week since that game. And, well, it's been a week now, tomorrow, Saturday. And LeBron James only had 17 points in a 31-point loss to the Bulls. And then they lose to the Orlando Magic by, I want to say, 12 points. And LeBron James had 17 against the Bulls. I'm not sure what he had against the Magic. I want to say it was in the 20s, like maybe 20 or 23 points. And he had 13 points against the Pacers in a 1-point win where where the Lakers got lucky. And then he had 17 points against the Bulls last night. So LeBron is averaging around, I would say, 14, 15, 16 points since he's returned. And the Lakers are 1-3. So LeBron James is definitely distracted. I'm not sure if it's from Stephen A. Smith or he's just, well, I wouldn't even say, well, he's definitely distracted. But also, he just can't get the job done, man. He's too old. And he's negative 70 on the season, which means most of the games he's played this season, he's had no impact on the game. During the 8-game win streak, there was no problem with Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic was actually saving the Lakers. They were creating this narrative that LeBron James was saving the season or the Lakers were saving the NBA, and LeBron James was the best player in the NBA, and just coming up with crazy ass narratives during their 8-game win streak. Now all of a sudden the supporting cast isn't talented enough, or they need to figure it out. And Luka Doncic doesn't play defense, which we all know he doesn't play defense. I've been saying this on my channel. And now Luka Doncic is a ball hog, which I've been saying when he got traded to the Los Angeles Lakers, that he and LeBron James are the same player. They need the ball in their hands to really be effective. Now it's a problem that Luka Doncic always has the ball in his hands and is always shooting. Something that they knew they were getting when they traded Luka Doncic to the Lakers, or when they brought Luka Doncic into the Laker organization. So it's just a shit show right now for the Lakers. Not only have the Mavericks been affected negatively by this trade, it looks like the Lakers as well. And there must be some curse of Michael Jordan going on with the Bulls and the Lakers, because it's crazy how these games have turned out with the Bulls. This last 2 games that the Lakers played against the Bulls this week. They get beat by 31 points at home, and then they get beat by a half-court buzzer beater playing the Bulls in Chicago. And Josh Giddey has another triple-double. This time it was like 25, 11, and 13 or something. First time it was like 13, 10, and 11 or something like that. But nonetheless, another triple-double on the Lakers that nobody seems to be talking about and nobody cares about. But whenever Nikola Jokic does it, LeBron James does it, or Luka Doncic does it, it's just some great feat. But now Josh Giddey the Bulls have beaten the Lakers twice, and Josh Giddey has had another triple-double. So that's 2 triple-doubles against the Bulls in 2 triple-doubles against the Lakers in 1 week. Against the championship contender, the Western Conference finals contender Lakers, the teams that saved the season, the team with the greatest player of all time on it, and then you got another top 10 player, and then you got the team with the team with the MVP candidate and the player that plays at a high level on both ends of the floor, LeBron James. Josh Giddey's just getting triple doubles on them without a problem, and they're beating the Lakers. And now you got the Bulls. Now they've won 3 in a row. They beat the Lakers. They beat the Nuggets. They beat the Lakers again. But they're still a play-in team in the East. They're not even a legit playoff team. They're a play-in team in the East. So the Lakers are definitely struggling. LeBron James is definitely distracted. And I just want to see what Rob Parker and this guy, I don't know who this is, but the odd couple is talking about in regards to LeBron James being distracted. Because this Stephen A. Smith shit shouldn't even be an issue. They shouldn't even be talking about it. And Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James are just showing a ridiculous level of unprofessionalism and just not even being men at this point. They're just gossiping, going back and forth, and not handling this the way they should. And I really feel like LeBron James should have came on Stephen A's show, First Take, to talk to him about it instead of going to Pat McAfee's show. I just think that was, like I said, unprofessional on LeBron's part, and just adding the conflict on and adding fuel to the fire. And then you have Stephen A. Smith coming back on ESPN, giving a whole 15-minute segment to LeBron talking about this stuff, calling him a liar and pointing out that he's never said anything personal about LeBron James and his son, and then bringing up all these points as to why LeBron James isn't better than Michael Jordan. It's all just ridiculous and really just, beneath both individuals. And then what it boils down to, which I hope this really isn't the case, is that LeBron James is mad that Stephen A. Smith chooses Michael Jordan over him as the greatest player of all time. I really hope that's not the real reason why these guys are beefing like this. But let's see what the odd couple's talking about.
Let's go here, Ephraim. Your guy who's so busy worried about analysts on television that he can't close out games. Like, I'm just going to say this. When that nonsense and distraction about Stephen A. is bad is when we see a game like last night. When you're worried about something that has nothing to do with your life, your legacy, your career, and why are you doing what you're doing with Stephen A. Smith? It makes no sense. Last night, you notice, Ephraim, when I was covering the New Jersey Nets, yes, when they were in New Jersey, Bill Fitch was the coach. I'll never forget, I sat right by the bench. I used to hear all the all the stuff. I mean, it was a great seat. David Stern did this. The writers used to be up top. When he became commissioner, he brought us all down so we could take in the game and write better about it, like the interplay and the talk and all that.
Smart move.
And, yeah, it was really smart. It really was. We were up in the rafters, and he brought us down. I saw so many things and heard so many things. And Bill Fitch used to always say, no maybe passes. Maybe it'll get there, maybe it won't. I'll never forget that saying.
We had a lot of those yesterday.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe. And LeBron.
Yeah, no maybe passes. And that's another thing why I feel like LeBron James is distracted. The pass at the end of the game, first of all, he overcompensates. He's guarding 2 players, basically, in the situation where they got that 3-pointer in the corner from number 44 for the Bulls. The guy with the birthmark in his head. LeBron James was guarding 2 people. There's something called 3-on-2 back 2-on-1. If you're guarding 2 people, you're not supposed to overcommit to one person or gamble like LeBron did. He overcommitted to the guy. I want to say it wasn't Josh Giddey. It was some white guy on the perimeter. He overcommitted, left the other guy in the corner open. And then he gave a weak-ass closeout, weak-ass contest, weak-ass hand contest, and got a 3 knocked down on him. Then he gets the ball, takes it out. He shouldn't even be taking it out. He should be the one wanting the ball on the inbound so he can go seal the game or go, win the game, basically, if he's the GOAT. He's taking the ball out with under a minute left, under really 30 seconds left. He's taking the ball out because he's scared to get the ball and get fouled and have to shoot free throws or be put in a situation where he'll have to take the last shot. So LeBron James takes the ball out and just throws a bonehead, spaced out pass. He's just spacing out, throwing illegitimate, stupid-ass passes. Threw the ball inbounds, got it stolen. Josh Giddey gets it, passes it to Kobe White, and Kobe White knocks down the jump shot to put him up one. And then after that, Austin Reeves scores, puts the Lakers up back one, and Josh Giddey gets it, dribbles it down court, knocks down a game winner on LeBron James from half court. And on top of that, there's the white guy with the red hair. I forget his last name, Herder or something like that. He hit a three on LeBron James late in the game, in the fourth quarter. People fail to realize that. So that's not just that was 3 times actually, that LeBron James got scored on in that game in an illegitimate turnover, a dumb bonehead turnover, a bonehead stupid ass space head play. LeBron James is definitely distracted, man. Like Rob Parker said, he's worried about the wrong things right now, man. That's why he's playing the way he's playing. And last night was just so embarrassing, especially somebody who's considered the GOAT and somebody who's held in a high regard as one of the greatest players of all time. That was just horrible showing, especially late in that game. That was just a horrible showing of greatness. If he's supposed to be the GOAT, there was nothing great about what LeBron James did last night against the Bulls in a regular season game. He looked like his basketball IQ is nothing. He looked like a little kid out there. He looked like less than a little kid out there, honestly, man. He looked like somebody that didn't even know what they were doing.
First of all, what were they up by 9 with 10 seconds ago?
13 seconds. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And he makes the laziest maybe pass I have seen. That was the ball game. All he has to do is inbound the pass. You can't have a lazy entry. He also did the three that was over him. I mean, it was just a bad comedy of errors in the final 10, 13 seconds, whatever it was. But here's my thing. People have bad games. Ephraim, you watch the Lakers every night. You're a Laker fan.
Every night.
Lucky to win the game against the Pacers. Like every game, you have Luka and LeBron. Every game is a nail biter. Every double.
Well, he's a Laker fan for what? What are you, from LA or something? Shut up. I'll watch him every night. Every night. Shut the fuck up.
Your lead you have in the fourth quarter disappears. You can't feel good about it. But LeBron cannot. I'm sorry. You can't be this distracted and not play. When you're playing well, Ephraim,
Do whatever you want.
can do whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
They're not playing well. Is this the time you want to have such a distraction and have this ongoing battle? Ephraim.
He knows they're not playing well, and he knows they're not gonna get any better. That's why he's worried about all this other bullshit. Stephen A. Smith and Giannis Antetokounmpo playing in the 70s. Like, why weren't they on the Pat McAfee show talking about what's going on with the Lakers right now? This little losing streak. And that was before the game with the Pacers. Why weren't they talking about LeBron? What was up with your injury? How you doing with the injury? What happened? Or LeBron, what was going on the All-Star break? Why did you decide to sit out at the last minute? Or LeBron, what's up with this? How you feel about the 8-game win streak? And Luka Doncic coming and taking over the team, and you taking sort of a backseat role. Like, what's up with the losing streak? What's up with you only getting 17 points against the Bulls in a blowout loss, and then coming back with only like 20 points, and then coming back again with only 13 points against the Pacers? Now, granted, this was before the Pacers, but why weren't they on Pat McAfee's show talking about LeBron and the Lakers? Because there's nothing to talk about. Because the Lakers fucking suck and LeBron fucking sucks. So he has to talk about other stuff to take the attention off of how he's playing and how the Lakers are doing. Especially if he's supposed to be the greatest. That's why this Stephen A. Smith stuff seems like it's more important to LeBron than how the Lakers are doing in the season right now. because the Lakers are on their way to getting eliminated in the first round, depending on who they have to play, or not even placing in the regular standings for the playoffs and having to play in the play-in game, which is going to put them in an even worse position. And another thing, why weren't they on there asking the Lakers or asking LeBron James, LeBron, what's up with the Lakers defense? You and Luka Doncic fucking suck on defense. Cause man, he knows the Lakers suck and he knows he sucks, so he doesn't want to talk about anything like that. So what he wants to talk about is bullshit like Stephen A. Smith and Giannis Antetokounmpo playing in the 70s.
You've been in this business for a long time since you retired. The media isn't going anywhere, and you're not going to win that battle. I don't care who you're not.
Yeah, because now social media makes it a little bit different, but before the media guy had the advantage because he can talk every day, all day. You got another job.
Our career, too, is 45 years,
Yeah,
not
right?
12 or 13.
And
Players would come to the city. I've been working here, and I'm still going to be working here after
you're gone.
You claim and went.
I don't like the spectacle that's going on. When you're on the cusp of heading into the playoffs, trying to find the dynamics between the new team.
You're not there yet. You're not a
there.
well-oiled machine.
You're not there, not even close, obviously. Now, you had long stretches where you were doing things extremely well, but limping into the playoffs and quite possibly falling into the play-in is a disaster for the Lakers. You want to be solidified. You want to be in those top 4 seeds so you can spend the first round at home with home court advantage. And the way they're playing, they have the second toughest schedule going down the stretch. And the way they're playing now, as a Laker fan and as a basketball fan, has me scratching my head. They're lazy. The attention to detail is not there. That's where all the turnovers come from.
Some of the deep defensive laps.
Those maybe passes, that's attention to detail. I just had that. That's why my voice.
And if that is the case, them being lazy and there's no attention to detail, and LeBron is making stupid ass turnovers, not playing any defense. They want to talk about Luka Doncic coming up with this narrative like he doesn't play defense. Of course he doesn't play defense. That's not a surprise or anything new. But you hear Kendrick Perkins today saying, "Oh, Luka Doncic, since he's put on a Laker jersey, is #1 in blow-bys." And that may be true, but so what, motherfucker? So what is LeBron? LeBron has to be number 2, 3, 4, or 5. He has to be in the top 5 in blow-bys as well. I haven't even seen those type of stats, but I'm pretty sure LeBron is up there as well. So they bringing up all this shit with Luka Doncic and shit like they're talking about he doesn't play defense and everything, but LeBron doesn't play defense either. And all of that is a reflection on the coach, J.J. Redick. Why isn't J.J. Redick out there demanding they play defense or demanding they take care of the ball? And why doesn't he have more of an influence on his team for them to feel like it's important for them to take care of the ball and play defense? So all that boils down to leadership, which the Lakers don't have with LeBron James or Luka Doncic, or in coaching. They don't have leadership in coaching with J.J. Redick, and they don't have a good coach in J.J. Redick. He doesn't know what he's doing out there. He didn't know what he was doing with Anthony Davis, and now he doesn't know what he's doing with Luka Doncic. The honeymoon phase is over. When Luka Doncic first got to the team, they went on this 8-game win streak. It was all good. And there was an element of luck there as well because teams didn't have their full rosters. You had people getting injured, ejected, and hurt. And you had the referees calling a lot of fouls for the Lakers and everything. So there was a lot that went into that 8-game win streak. It wasn't because the Lakers were just so great. Yes, Luka Doncic was a new addition to their team, and that's why they were somewhat getting over. But now that people have figured the Lakers out and the Celtics exposed how to beat this Lakers team, and the honeymoon phase is over with and everything is settled, and there's a scouting report, the Lakers are struggling. They're like losing, and when they win, they barely win. And when they do win a convincing game, it's against a team that doesn't have their full roster, or you got players hurt and shit like that. So it all boils down to the lack of leadership the Lakers have and the lack of coaching they have and leadership at the coaching position.
This is like this. I just spent a whole practice on Wednesday hammering home attention to detail. If you're going to go set a screen.
They don't care. They don't care. And it all begins with LeBron James thinking that he can't be taught anything or that he knows everything. So he doesn't care. And if he doesn't care, the rest of the team isn't going to care. So you can beat anything into their head that you want. It's not going to stick if the leader isn't the one really setting the example of, listening, not being distracted, and buying into what the coach is saying.
Set a screen on the actual defender. If we're in the trap, in the press, cut the sideline off. If you can't do those things, then what are you doing? And that's what I'm saying for the Lakers.
Yeah, it's bad. And again, as I was saying to you, LeBron has a tip in against the Patriots. Like that game is another.
That
you could have easily lost
that.
Am I right? Like
count
really?
That.
Right.
This is where they are. What?
Right. That tip in against the Pacers, that was luck. They barely beat the Pacers. LeBron only had 11 points. After that tip in, it was 13. So LeBron was unimpactful in that game. Luka Doncic scores most of his points in the first half. He's really not impactful in regards to scoring in the second half, especially late in the game, just like LeBron James. They barely beat the Pacers, man. And if it wasn't for that lucky-ass tip LeBron James got because the dumbass Pacers didn't box out or didn't know where he was, the Lakers would have lost that game. And he would have had 11 points in another loss to an Eastern Conference team. And a good team, honestly, like the Pacers, man. And they would be 0-4 in his return. But, I mean, that loss, man, that loss was very telling. And there was nothing, that win, that's what I meant. That win was really a loss. Because there was nothing impressive about it. And you guys got lucky and won. You should have lost that game against the Pacers. So, man, the Lakers are in trouble, man.
Coming into these last two games, I know they had lost 7 of 10.
Ugh.
So what is it? They've lost 8 of 12. 8 of 12. This is where Luka and LeBron. I know LeBron was hurt a little bit during that stretch, but he's back. You should be able to beat some of these teams. This is a bad sign. And I don't know how you feel good. You can't feel good.
I don't feel good.
Didn't you feel good for a stretch?
Oh, it was great.
Didn't you were like, oh my God, they got Luka, my God, and now LeBron has a chance, and the Lakers have a chance. Oh, you don't want to play them. I don't know if you can really say that, and especially depending on what teams that they might get.
Right, man. The Lakers have Luka Doncic and LeBron James, and yet again, they still can't get it done. They had Carmelo Anthony and Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis. They had Rajon Rondo, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, and all the other players that he's played with the Cavaliers, the Miami Heat, and the Cavaliers before that. And he only has 4 championships in 21 years. And LeBron James still can't get it done. Now he's playing with Luka Doncic. And I've been saying this before Luka Doncic got to the Lakers, and even before he played his first game with the Lakers after getting traded, man. Luka Doncic is a loser, and Luka Doncic is a good player, to watch and get excited, He's exciting to watch, I guess. He's a great player in this era. If he played in the 70s, 80s, or 90s, man, Luka Doncic would be like Tony Kukoc. Like, come on, man. Luka Doncic is seriously overrated. And if you play, and I swear to God, I've been saying this before the Celtics exposed it. All you have to do is play defense on him. Like, a lot of people just don't really play good defense on him. If you play defense on him and really want to stop him and know what you're doing, Luka Doncic is really nothing, man. And you saw that when the Celtics beat him, how Jaylen Brown was playing defense on him. You saw that how the Nets played defense on him. You saw that how the Bulls played defense on him. You saw that how the Magic played defense on him. All you gotta do is play defense on Luka Doncic, man. And he's really not all that good like people think he is. And then he's not going to lead you to a championship. He's not a winner or a leader at all, just like LeBron James. So you got two players that are top 10 in the NBA right now on the same team, and they can't get it done. And people are baffled by it. And that's why, man, because they're not leaders. They don't play defense. They really can't score or really get the job done when it matters. And you just put them on the same team thinking that they were just going to run the league over because it's Luka Doncic and LeBron James. I've said this before, man. It's not about who play. It's not about the who you put together. It's about the right players you put together. It's not about putting the best players together. It's about putting the right players together. And that's been the Lakers' problem and ultimately LeBron James' problem. He thinks he can just play with anybody because he thinks he's better than what he is. And he needs other people to make up for his shortcomings.
So they're in fourth right now.
Because Memphis lost last night too,
Memphis
and that
lost.
would have been a big win for them. And they play Memphis on Saturday.
And Memphis just fired their head coach.
Right, they got a new coach. He's finished, I think. Right?
They just fired him. He's done.
No, right, but I'm saying no, I didn't mean finished.
Oh,
he's Finn.
Oh,
like
Finn-ish.
Yes,
He's Finn-ish.
I think he's the first Finn coach in NBA history. I looked at his name. I was like, and so I looked.
Yeah, and that's crazy that the Memphis Grizzlies fire their coach before they have to play the Lakers and projecting to play the Lakers in the playoffs the first round. Why would y'all fire your coach? That's weird.
It's like, what is this?
And I think he's.
And Memphis is like number 5 in the West. They're not doing bad at all. That's just weird, man. But like I said, the Lakers are in trouble, man. They're on their way to being a play-in team, honestly. If they lose any more games, and it's looking like that's the road they're going down.
Oh, Finn.
But like that game is massive because now that drops you to the 5 seed, which puts you 2 games outside of the 7th seed, which is the play-in.
It ain't that. Can you imagine? Like they could fall there.
Oh my God, I would go crazy. You don't want to see me. Oh no, I would be no good. It's gonna be bad.
But let me ask you. Okay, people can have a bad game. I get it. Yeah, a bad pass. Isaiah Thomas threw a bad pass. Okay, Bill Laimbeer. It was a comedy of errors. You know that. One of the all-time. Ephraim almost kicked my TV set in. I'm not. And
but that was in the playoffs.
No, it was in the playoffs.
It was in the playoffs. Okay, it's a difference.
But my point is, does it bother you even more when you feel like he's distracted?
Yes.
Is that fair to say he's distracted? Because that's how I feel like what he's doing makes no sense at this time. You made your point. Everybody saw you step to Stephen A. You told him what you thought about him, talking about his son, and that should have been the end of it. And then you go on McAfee's show. Did you even see what McAfee tweeted? I can't believe LeBron was talking to a white guy. That's the guy's show you went on. Said, I can't believe LeBron's talking to a white guy.
A comedy of errors. That's what's happening with the Lakers, LeBron James down this stretch.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, this shit is wild. I didn't know Pat McAfee said that. But why would you? He's talking to a white guy. That's why I don't fuck with that dude, that white dude, Pat McAfee. Fuck him. But and LeBron is lame for going on that show. Yeah, he should, instead of going on Shannon Sharp's show or Gil's Arena, or even just talking to Stephen A. on his show. That would have been great. And that would have been great for ESPN's ratings, LeBron James's, and Stephen A.'s reputation, all that, man. But yeah, LeBron James is definitely distracted, and it's definitely hurting the Lakers. But LeBron James has been hurting the Lakers, man. And them getting Luka Doncic was like kind of pacifying the whole situation with LeBron and the Lakers since he's been in LA. But now that everything has settled and Luka Doncic is officially a part of the Lakers and has played, a certain amount of games, it's looking like the same old Lakers, man. Before they traded Anthony Davis. And I feel like they were better with Anthony Davis, honestly, man. Because at least they had a big man and they had a defensive presence on the inside. They don't have anything on the inside, no offense or defense, and they definitely don't have any perimeter defense, man. So we'll see what happens with the Lakers moving forward, and we'll see if LeBron James can get his focus back. But I don't think he can, because it's too late in the season, and you can't just turn things on when you want to. No matter how good you think you are or how good you actually are, you can't just turn it on, man. That's all I got.